Welcome to Crime News with Mark Solomon. Today, Devon Erickson found guilty just this afternoon of murder in Douglas County. Also, an SUV in Minneapolis rams into protesters. A man pleads guilty to millions of dollars of fraud in a coronavirus aid scheme, and an arrest for a 10-year-old murder of a 13-year-old girl. But before we get to that, don't forget to click like and subscribe if you're enjoying the videos. Click that little button along with the little bell to be notified of future videos. So let's get right to it. Here we've got Devon Erickson found guilty, 46 counts, including murder of Kendrick Castillo. When we look at this shooting, if you remember, the shooting was from the 2019 school shooting in Highlands Ranch in Colorado. 1 dead, 8 injured. Now, he's set for sentencing, but remember, first-degree murder, the only thing the judge can give is life imprisonment. The kid was 18 at the time. He's an adult. He's not a kid. The only thing that can happen is he's going to spend the rest of his life in prison. While technically Colorado does allow parole after 40-some years, case like this, probably not going to happen. Also today, a man pleads guilty in a $20 million fraud scheme in coronavirus aid programs. Here's a man the prosecutor said tried to get $20 million in aid for distressed businesses, has pled guilty on 2 criminal charges. This is almost certainly the Payroll Protection Program, or PPP. The man's name is Ma, who's 37, remained incarcerated as a flight risk since his May 2020 arrest, when his prosecutor said he had applied to at least 5 banks for over $20 million in government-guaranteed loans. Remember, you apply for money that you're not entitled to. That's fraud, and you will be incarcerated for it. Almost certainly at this level, this man is going to the Bureau of Prisons. This is a federal case. Also, today, an SUV rammed into protesters in Minneapolis, killing one and injuring another. We're not certain at this point from the news, but it looks as though this might have been an alcohol and drug-related case. Does that make it less serious? No, this person has died. So when we look at cases like this, somebody died because of alcohol, that's called vehicular homicide or reckless homicide, depending on the case, depending on the jurisdiction. This person is not going to get off easy. And when I tell this to clients, what we're really talking about is single or double digits of years in prison. Last case for today, there was a suspect who was arrested on a murder charge in the death of a Texas teen. Now, this is a 10-year-old disappearance of a 13-year-old girl in West Texas, where in Big Spring, Texas. Shawn Casey Adams, Monday, arrested on a murder charge. That's just yesterday, in the killing of Haley Dunn. Now, the Texas Department of Public Safety is the state police in Colorado, as far as I know, which means that they've been investigating this for a while. This is a cold case, but now they've made an arrest. He'll be in court soon. We'll try to follow this and other cases soon. Now, as you're well aware, we're here to give you the news. We're here to try to give you opinions on some of the news, but those are the biggest headlines that I found today. If you have any questions, comments, or thoughts, I'd love to hear them in the comments. Put them in the comments below. We'll talk about them. And if you want, you can always put those comments on Twitter. You can always email me. I will respond to you. And as always, as with any criminal issue, you have a right to remain silent in most cases. If a police officer is asking you questions about the who, what, where, or anything, you have a right to say, I don't want to talk to you. And if they persist, I want a lawyer. And until then, you can get your news here, or you can email me leads that I haven't gotten yet. So thanks for watching.